Hi guys, so I've been having this really horrible problem with the CNC machine, and I honestly thought it was a belt problem, so I retensioned all my belts and I checked everything out, and that wasn't it. And I thought, well, is it my G code? And I checked my G code, and my G code was fine, my depth settings were right, and I thought, well, maybe I got a bad batch of bits. So I ordered new bits and they came in. And it happened again last night. The CNC is running right now. That's why we're not in the CNC room having this conversation. But I brought this out to show you. So I roughed this in with a 1/4-inch bit. And it went fine up here. Roughed in with a 1/4-inch bit. When I put my 1/8-inch bit in, I was having this problem. And for the life of me, I could not figure it out. That's when I ordered the new 1/8-inch bits. So the new 1/8-inch bits came in yesterday, and I threw them in the machine, and I did this whole thing on the 1/8-inch bit because I wanted to see how the 1/8-inch bit was going to react to it. The bits are perfect, the new bits. And again, this weird depth cutting problem. Well, I was sitting there watching the CNC, trying to figure out what the problem was, and the bit sunk in when it first started to cut, and I thought, God, Doug, you forgot to tighten the chuck. Stopped it, reset. I'm going to show you the video. There's going to be some video of this last cut that I did, where you can actually watch the bit shrink as it tries to cut. So I take it out and I retighten the chuck, or retighten the nut in the chuck, and I remounted the machine, and I turn it back on again. Again, the same thing happened, where the bit suddenly, on a deep plunge, it didn't push up into the machine, it pulled the bit down out. So I took it out again and couldn't figure out what it was going on, and I'm beating my head against the wall thinking that my bits are bad. Come to find out, it's a new problem for me, something I've never had. By a happy accident, I had some of these hanging out in my house. If you don't know what this is, yep, that's what you get when you work in a shop, guys. Compressor kicks on. This is the collet, the nut that the little collet goes in. The nut on my CNC machine is stripped. It wouldn't hold the sleeve for the 1/8-inch bits. It was grabbing my 1/4-inch bits, which is on the V bit, which I used, and it worked fine. It worked fine on my roughing bit, which is a 1/4-inch end mill. It was the nut wasn't grabbing that little sleeve that we put in for the 1/8-inch bits. Silly problem, something you guys might run into yourselves. So I'm going to put up some video of what I saw happening, so hopefully you guys can diagnose the problem faster. I always wondered why they had the collets on the Shapeoko website as something you can buy from the company as a replacement part, but not brushes. I've gone through more brushes. First time in a year and a half that I've ruined a collet. So guys, order a couple of collets, cheap Amazon item. Order a couple new ones. I actually had two as a happy accident, but I don't have an extra sleeve, so that'll be the next thing I order is an extra sleeve and probably another pack of collets, because this is a real bummer of a problem to have. Thanks guys, and I'll put the time lapse of the problems occurring so you can see what's going on. Bye. Hey guys, I almost forgot. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, thanks.